Good morning and welcome to Morning Brew. Now let's see here. Let's start out with chat. And now I have to scroll up. Hey, kind of nice actually. And first to the chat is Penelope Pit Stop. And good morning, I've not seen you before. JP's, and she said, first in the live chat today is, and JP says, me. Penelope says, you don't count. You're a part of the establishment. JP's a part of the establishment. He's a rebel. Trust me, he's the rebel. First place in the chat is for non-mods only. You know, that's the first time I've ever heard that one. Because, well, then again, I'm not usually first anyhow. And the chats I usually am first on, I'm not in. Which kind of limits it to a few people. And of course, JP says, which means to you, I'm a god. No, JP's, you're not a god to anybody, thank God. Penelope says, the opposite, perhaps. Yvette is my god. Ah, well, at least you have good taste. Unfortunately, I don't know if Yvette's going to be here right away. She's going to be in the chat sometime, but I know she had shopping to get taken care of, and so it's kind of a good thing. I mean, not for me, because I like having somebody on the panel with me, but it's good for her that she's able to take some time after shopping and able to relax. And one of the good things about that long, and yes, that long musical interlude is being able to make coffee. It's already been an adventure this morning. And yes, Yvette, if you were listening, I did take my medicine. So it's actually good, helping a little more than the old one did. And Dave G. Sam says, good morning. Sorry to have stopped with the chat. And Penelope says hi to Dave. And of course, the stupid, useless Stream Elements bot is in the chat. And Dave says hello to Penelope. 47 Yorktown says greetings from Eastern Canada. And yes, Penelope says hiya to Eastern Elements bot. Yeah. Trust me, if it responded to be anybody talking to it, I would encourage people to talk to the dumb thing. It will occasionally let people know it's there in the chat. Of course, it won't let me do anything like, I don't know, put stuff in there that will direct people to, I don't know, merch store, the, a tip jar, whatever. So basically, everything in my that my description does with the links. Yeah, that's what the bot's supposed to be for, but doesn't do it. Because one thing I'd add is my Patreon store or Patreon, and that's say the store. My Patreon account, because there've been a couple of people who wrote me and asked me, "Well, why don't you have a Patreon?" I said, "I do. Look me up." Guess I should have given them the link, but I didn't. And Penelope says, "Hi to 47 Yorktown." 47 Yorktown says howdy to Penelope, and good afternoon, Yvette. And I was just saying, you heard. Let's see now. And Penelope says hi to Yvette and hopes you're well. And Beaky says, "Morning, everyone." Uh, Penelope says hi to Geek. That says hello to Penelope. Uh, Geek says, "Penelope, nice to meet you. Welcome to the crazy train." That's only when you're on the panel, NB. That's only when you're on the panel. 47 says, "Bonjour to Yvette." Yvette says, "Bonjour to 47." And NB says, "What's up, bud?" Well, we know you got the bud there, NB. So uh, that's probably it. And let's see. Now I'm getting my. Really? Really? All of a sudden, I can hear myself. There we go. Got that. Get rid of that. Now, uh, Guppy says, "Thanks, NB. That you're very kind." And yes, she is. And he says, "Captain Becker, you're going to pin the link." Maybe. Burger Prey 5 says, "Compla." And AG Sound says, "Good morning." And Compla Burger Prey 5. JP says, "The bot does whatever it wants." So, yeah, basically. Penelope says, "I need to go. Lunch is ready. Take care. And stay safe, everyone. Much love to Yvette. As always, a lovely, lovely lady. Allison." Oh, okay, Allison. That's why. Okay. So, now that I've caught up in the chat, I'm not using the bright icon because this is the Morning Brew, not any other stream I'm on. There we go. Here is the link. And now I have to switch over to YouTube and wait for the uh, link to pop up so I can then pin the comment. And there it is. And the message is pinned. And Good morning, Yvette.
Morning.
Good afternoon, Yvette. How are you? I thought you weren't going to be here.
No. I know it was late. It's tomorrow I'm shopping. Tomorrow I'm not going to be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, today I wasn't going to be here today, but then I said we'll swap this week because I'm going shopping tomorrow and I didn't want to dash around. So yes, you got me today, but not tomorrow. I like to keep you on your toes, you see. Yeah. And yeah, good morning, everyone. Busy chat.
And finally, when I got to the last message from the live stream, it's like, oh,
Yes,
Penelope's
me
Allison.
too. Yes, now I know who it was. Yes, now I know who Penelope Pitstop is now. Yeah.
And good morning, JPs.
Hey, please.
Hello.
Your Pepsi not kicked in yet?
Well, it's kicked in.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I just had to go get some more like 2 or 3 hours ago. Or maybe an hour ago. Yeah, it was an hour ago.
When does the shop open?
No, it was a 24-hour shop.
You could have bloody gone an hour ago.
That's what I said I did.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Listen.
You're quiet as always, JP.
No, I'm not. I was in the goddamn kitchen.
Oh my god.
Who the fuck?
I have to go get some fucking cigarettes.
No, somebody. Oh, not that one. That one I do.
Okay.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Somebody what?
Well, okay. Somebody had turned your mic down from 200%. Because unfortunately, I always have to have your mic up to 200%.
No, like I said, I was in the kitchen.
Well, I can hear you quite clearly now.
Oh, yes. Oh. Asshole. And yes, good morning, Dave. Says, good morning, Yvette.
Good morning, Dave. Hope you're well.
The hell, Dave and the rest of us chopped liver?
Yep.
Apparently. See, there are people that come here for Yvette, so.
No, they come here for the brew.
Word of warning, everyone. Anyone who comes here for Yvette can, they'll see Yvette tomorrow in the chat, perhaps, if she's available. She won't be on the panel.
Yeah, it'll be more than likely because there's a shop I need to go to and it doesn't open until 9 a.m., which actually puts me an hour behind immediately. So it's going to be a struggle. Even I will probably arrive during the start of the show. So
That's okay,
I will
Dave.
say hello.
Dave, I was just busting your balls.
Yeah. He thought he'd already said, there you go. He loved you too.
Well, Dave is a nice guy, so yeah. And yes, Bert, how are you feeling?
Yes, we would like an update, of course, if there is one.
Of course, it might be easier if he were to get on the panel, assuming he's able to right now.
Yeah.
Rather than typing everything out.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd be on the panel if he could.
Well, there's pillows there, MB, but they're for everybody else. We
Last
got the
time
body
you were
pillow for you.
last time you were backstage, you kept sitting and farting on the pillows, so we had to remove them when you're back there.
Gave a whole bunch of people fucking pink eye.
Hello, world. It's Berto Bright 5. Kapla.
Kapla.
Awake. Another day.
Good morning, Bird.
That's how I'm feeling. I had to sleep last night without my CPAP machine
Oh,
in order to take a sleep study to get a new CPAP machine. The logic is
The other one's not doing what
hard to see. It's hard to find the logic in that, but
Yeah.
it was only a single night instead of two, so I'll consider myself lucky. I don't know how long I'll be awake today. Hopefully all day, because I was also having problems with the medication making me very sleepy. Now I won't know today if I'm sleepy because of medication or because of no CPAP machine.
Yeah. But you do sound very chipper this morning.
He doesn't like. They don't like that word.
What word?
Chippy, chirpy,
I
chirp.
said
and
chipper.
good morning, Brightest Day.
Hey, Brady's Day. Oh, Green Robin.
And
But how are you actually feeling in yourself, Bird?
Honestly,
being
I'm
tired.
just tired.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad. Like there's no pain. There's nothing physical, I guess. Nothing overarching.
mhm.
Just
Mediocre and blah, right?
according to numbers, things are good.
Well, that's good to hear.
Of course, Sis O'Prey is coming tonight with Nephew O'Prey.
Oh joy, that's gonna mean for a lovely night of sleep.
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
in the morning, Camille's coming
Oh, thank
to
God.
help, but we're also supposed to get severe thunderstorms tonight,
Oh no.
which I assume Sis O'Prey will either come before or after. But I'm honestly looking forward to some sun, some storms, just to keep me interested and awake for a little bit. Hopefully, they don't go too bad or too long.
Right.
But it's been a while since.
So what, Bird? Do you do like I do when there's a thunderstorm? Sit there and watch the lightning?
Well, on the computer screen, but basically.
I do love a thunderstorm, but we rarely get them.
Yeah.
So for you, getting a thunderstorm is like getting a bright sunny day.
It's actually nice and cool today. I'm thoroughly enjoying the fact I had to put a shawl over me today for the first time. I'm like, woohoo! But it's not going to last.
Oh my God.
It's still on its way again.
I'm so glad I just muted the microphone.
Why? Why?
because Valeria told me a dad joke, and I just wanted to walk over and whack her in the head.
What was the dad joke?
Who can drink 2 liters of gas?
Yeah, okay.
Jerry can.
Like,
Now you can understand why I wanted to walk over and whack her in the head.
Yes.
no. Don't you dare touch her.
Oh, please. No, dad jokes are stupid.
Most of them, yeah. I hadn't heard that one.
Well, they're stupid when you've heard them a million times.
Hmm.
But I haven't heard that one.
No, the thing is, I used to work with somebody that all he would do all friggin' day is lay out puns and dad jokes. And every time he did it, I would just yell at him, "No!" Like I wanted to just smack him on his nose.
Oh, yes. MB is talking in the backstage about an Aussie upvote he got on one of his videos.
Oh, no. Well, no,
Well,
it's still good. It's interaction. It's an interaction. Yeah.
well, you know, it had to do with mentioning me. So,
Oh,
yeah. hmm Good to know that the
yes.
haters out there, yeah.
Still
Yeah.
have nothing better to do than focus their attentions on being pathetic little maggots that have no life. You just gotta feel sorry, or, well, I just find it highly amusing that there are people out there that have nothing better to do than things like that. It's just pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. I'm losing my voice. Can you hear?
I can hear.
Yeah, it's been like that for a couple of days. Yes.
You could
Yeah,
take it easy.
just look at it as some pathetic little loser with no life, Grandpa, and just have a laugh at them because, that's all they got. That's all they got in life is to be like that. It's so pathetic. It's funny. It's fucking hilarious. It really is. I'm sorry.
It's funny because, yeah, you and I were talking about, one particular person in particular. Um, and, yeah, yeah, they're trolls. They're trolls.
I'd like to feel sorry for these people, but I can't because
Oh, God, no.
they're just pathetic little maggots. And as I said, sad little lives with nothing better to do, have nothing else to do with their lives, but it's a miserable existence for them, which is all they deserve, because they don't see the joy in life. So, just laugh at it because we're better. We're better people than that.
Well, you know what? I think that it's better to try to see the good things in life than to focus on the bad. So, yeah, that's why I decided to, slight change in what's talked about during the program because I don't want to dwell on the negative. There's a lot out there. But let's see here. Here Dave says, morning brightest day in Green Roberts. And Eric says, good morning, JT Sound.
Yeah, Ruby. Oh, it's up.
Well, you're right. You're right. It's ignore it and not talk about it.
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Don't give them oxygen.
But see, there was a point before where it would bother me. And I talked to Yvette about it. And I realized the humor in it. Ever since then, it's just like, yeah, no, not worth it.
And it really isn't. It's just laughable because look at what we all have and look what they have. It's a sad, sad little existence, and I just find it amusing. I'm sorry, and over many years of being on this platform, I've seen plenty of it.
Fuck.
Well, that wasn't me, I can assure you.
It was JP's.
God, he has some weird taste in music.
It wasn't me because the microphone has been muted.
Okay. Grandpa, you all right? You
My
haven't said
mic's
anything?
been muted too, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grandpa hasn't. No, what? You're not all right.
no, I'm here. I've been here. I've been listening.
All right. Just checking. You hadn't said anything.
Like my new avatar?
Hold
To
on.
be honest, I'm on my phone. I can hardly. Could you blow him up so I could see it?
Okay, but I have to do it the safest way so we won't lose Yvette in the process.
Everyone,
no.
I just got a fresh cup of coffee out of my brand new Captain Trek mug, which you could purchase this nice Captain Trek mug at Captain Trek's merch store. That's Captain Trek's merch store, accepting Visa, MasterCard, and someday Bitcoin. I wanted to try and get the whole coffee mug in there, but I'd have to shrink the picture.
Oh, yeah. I was showing off one of the new Brew Crew glasses. On Wednesday, I had lemon tea in it. It winged its way all over to here in England, all safe and sound.
And I am still editing my special Blame Chronos section because Yitz has sent me a different color combination
Ah,
Cool beans.
for the Blame Chronos, which I have to admit I like better.
well, Yitza has the eye, doesn't he? I mean, he is rather a genius when it comes to art.
Yes.
So the other day, Cap, I got on StreamYards and noticed now we have a record only option.
Yep. Which has always been there, but
now they're finally advertising it.
Exactly.
Well, what I used to do is I just record them live, go private, and then put a release date. But yesterday I did mine for the He-Man, loaded that up. And I am definitely going to do one for the Ghostbusters trailer because I have to admit, that's probably, I'm going to be honest, the first movie I've been excited. The idea of being excited to see in how long now? I don't even remember.
Good couple of years for me. In fact, the first one I'm actually excited about seeing as well, to be honest.
Well, I'm excited to see Top Gun Maverick. I really am,
Oh.
but I don't even think that's coming out till 22 now.
That's next year. Yeah, this is the first one that's going to be the nearest, I suppose, because there's a couple. Obviously, Matrix 4 and the new Jurassic World are on my list as well, and Alien 3, Covenant 3. But they've all been held up quite a bit. So, yeah.
No, I think I'm with Cap when he said it the other day. This is actually the first movie I'm probably going to go see in theater. Well, I don't know about, and I think Cap's been longer out of the theater than me, but
Oh
this
yeah.
will be the first one I go to see since COVID. Since right when COVID happened, I can't even remember the last movie I saw. I'd have to look and see the last movie I saw before COVID.
I don't know if I'll make it to a cinema for that, but I will go for Matrix 4 and I will go for Jurassic World just because of the cinematography of it. The trouble is, our main cinema's been knocked down and they're building an IMAX and it's still not ready yet. So
I'm in a double. I've got a double position here. I've got to do. My wife really likes the way the trailer looks. We have one small little problem I have to fix. She's never seen the Ghostbusters movies before, so I'm gonna have to fix that.
What?
yes, definitely.
No. That's no. Not allowed. Not allowable. Must see those.
Yeah.
Hey, I've gotten her to watch both Alien movies, Alien and Aliens.
Not
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
Oh well,
No.
no, of course not.
No. God
No,
no.
but then I ran into an issue here that I didn't realize, and it actually threw me for a shock. I don't have Ghostbusters on physical media. So
No, I don't even think I have.
I went looking through my stuff and I was like, I don't have Ghostbusters on physical media. I'm like, this is weird.
Bet you they're not on Netflix at the moment either because of the film coming up. Let me have a look.
I actually found this website, if I can ever find where it linked it. You can actually type in the name of a show or movie, and it'll let you know if it's being streamed on anything. Of course, knowing my luck, I probably didn't save the stupid thing.
Goes. It's a cartoon.
That
Yes, on here. I'm sorry, not on Netflix. I can say that. You can check Prime. Sorry, did I miss something?
maybe see if that's Titanic model. Yes.
Oh, yes. I took pictures. I did. I sent
Yes,
them.
she did. I was waiting for when I could be on and be talking to Yvette. Let's see here. First of all, open that. Go back to messages. Go. Okay. Now.
On Prime, Ghostbusters shit one is for free, but you can buy the other two or rent them.
Oh,
There you go.
screw that.
Oh, you can see the shit one for free.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, they have them in 4K though, if you've got a 4K telly, which is rather good. And they've also
Yeah,
got
I can't
them.
watch things in 4K.
Well, they've got the normal ones as well. So, 4K. The normal one is. I'll tell you. Hang on. No, hang on. Oh, I already own it by the looks of it. I can't even tell you how much it is. Sorry. I didn't even know I owned it.
The original
They're-
Ghostbusters is currently on Netflix.
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah. Oh, on yours, it's not on mine.
It's on
It's
Canadian
not on
Netflix.
Netflix. They didn't have it. The Canadian one, maybe. Yeah. Oh yes. So it's very difficult to. 'Cause it looks small there because I had to step away to fit it in.
Yep.
Nice camera on this new phone though.
Oh, for God's sakes. Don't. Ugh, I hate when that fucking does that.
But what I did was after this, I took like 3 pictures of it closer so you could see the detail.
Correct.
You got to remember, this is a jigsaw that I had to put together with tiny bits of jigsaw.
And then let me go to the next picture. Try just clicking on the next one. Let's get to there. And
Well, it's not on American Netflix, but if I turn on my IP
VPN.
scrambler here, I could probably put myself in Canada.
Yeah, Canada, isn't it? You want? I can't do that on my smart TV. That's another thing I can't do is run my VPN through the smart TV.
Yeah, it's got Ghostbusters 1 and 2 on Canadian Netflix.
what the hell? There's that one.
You would
Fine.
think one of these channels
Close
would
out.
have them. You would think one of these channels would have them to be the streamers would be having them to promote, for the Ghostbusters movie coming out soon. Not the fucking 2016 that nobody likes except for, I guess, this one person who on Twitter I saw was bitching about how 2016 was superior and now you're getting kids Ghostbusters. Oh, wait for the sequel, baby. I'm like, you're just pissed because fans are getting what they want. Or potentially going to get what they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me put that in there. Potentially.
Yes. Cup is half full, so we're hoping for a good potential.
I know it. Oh, nice. I mean, I know it's a hard thing for these folks to understand that, this is called entertainment, and the point of entertainment is to give the fans what they want. I know it's a crazy concept considering, we're the ones paying the money for this shit.
Well, let's hope they have listened to us. I mean, everything coming out is positive about it, and that's really great to hear from everyone. I'm not hearing, oh, moan, groan, even before they've seen it. So, it's all good as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the middle bit with the 4. Did you know only 3 of those worked? The 4th one was there just to make it look symmetrical.
Well, then it was
Useless piece of information there.
it was properly done because you do want it to look symmetrical.
Yeah.
Symmetrical while it's sinking?
Exactly. Of course, if they'd been intelligent, they would have had, a secret use for that place.
They may have, you never know.
No, if they would have been intelligent, they would have not taunted the gods and said, "Oh, this is an unsinkable boat."
Well, this is true.
On their maiden journey, how stupid are you?
It was very unfortunate. Even slightly, I think one documentary, they'd worked out the geometry behind it, and it's within inches. If it hit it 3 inches further away, the stacking doors that's slide shut to stop it sinking would have actually worked. And it's something like within 3 inches difference of the hit. So really, really unbelievable. But you never know. Icebergs, you never know what's underneath. You know, you only see a tiny bit of an iceberg. Oh, God, my voice. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I've got some mentholyptus. I'm just going to suck some mentholyptus.
Good idea. Let me go ahead and share that. This, I have no idea how long it took to make this.
It did take, because I don't get that much time to do hobbies, so it took a lot longer than it should have. But I was thoroughly thrilled when I finished it.
Is that one of those Puzz 3Ds?
I don't think it's a Pulse 3D one. It wasn't a foam one. It was proper.
Like chloroplast?
Yeah, you know, like a normal. Because Pulse 3D is foamy. Because I've got loads of those, and this one wasn't because they're very intricate bits. So yeah, no, it wasn't a Pulse 3D, but yeah, I do know the Pulse 3D collection. I've done quite a few. Yeah. No, that one of my more successful ones. That and the grandfather clock, which unfortunately I can't take a picture of, because I had to put that in the loft. Sorry, attic, because it's so big.
Final photo, which is this one, and I will share this with out. Wow.
Oh yes, that's the top, from the top looking down. Very fiddly bits. I'm really impressed with this new phone's camera though. Once I finally got the sodding thing to work properly. I've forgotten I'd taken the picture from the top. I mean, it was a huge ship, but compared to today's ships, it's tiny to some of the cruise ships out there now. But in its heyday, wow.
What scale is it?
I don't know. Don't read like that. I just built the thing.
Well, it would have said it like if it came in a box, it would have said like 1/34 or something like that.
I built that before I actually had to move in here. I brought it with me. So it's at least 10 years old. So I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I would remember details like that, but I don't remember what I had for supper yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not very good at. I'm terrible with instructions and boxes and things. Yeah. And the minute I built something, I throw everything away that's not needed, you know.
Well, there's no way it's like 1/34 scale because that would be really big.
Yeah. And yeah, that's who cares today. But thank you, Yitza, for bringing up. Today is Thursday, July 29th.
Yes. And
Somebody,
it's also a friend of ours' birthday today, Nick.
oh yes.
Bounty hunter. And in fact, I have a link to send to you, Captain.
Thank
He
you.
sent me.
Can you take another picture of it with a banana next to it for scale?
Did I
With a
miss the
what?
Titanic pictures?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Bert.
He called him ma'am. It's sir, not ma'am.
I'm
Yes, Bert.
comfortable enough in my gender that I'm not going to yell at you over a pronoun issue. That would be a hypocrite for me to do so.
But it would be
If you
funny.
want to call me ma'am, you can call me ma'am. It doesn't bother me.
No.
I mean, I think it makes you look a little silly, but I'm personally okay with it.
Oh, I love watching these big dumbass soy boys try to take on burly, muscular men, or and just get the asses handed to them.
I don't know what prom you're watching, but I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah.
Nah, just something
Okay.
on you. Just something that popped up on Twitter. That was one of my. Just watching people try to think they're all big and bad, and then they freak out when they get confronted, and then they try to act all big and bad, and then they get their asses handed to them, and they're like, "Hey, stop, stop!" It's like, what the hell did you think? You were going up against a bunch of bikers, you dumbass. What'd you think was going to happen?
Maybe he thought he had superpowers. You know how stupid people are these days. We are living in Looney Tunes planet, remember?
Well, this is what happens when we let the crazy people run the asylum.
Mm.
I mean, we're all crazy, but at least we're crazy in a good way.
Let's see here. As long as I have my coffee, I'm fine. Coffee and pain medicine. Which, by the way, Yvette, you were
Yeah.
right.
I'm so glad. I'm glad it's helping. And I'm glad, you took the steps as well. I am really pleased that you're saying they are helping you. And it's not a perfect solution, but at least you're not as much pain. So, and that's a good thing. Very good thing.
So, what is Mama Pre doing today? Bert.
Mamo Pray, we're getting the house ready for Nephew Pray.
Ah.
Oh.
We got to figure out exactly when that's going to happen. Francisco Pray's plan was to come after work,
Right.
but she doesn't like driving in rain, let alone storms. And storms are predicted from 3 p.m. through the night. So either she's going to be driving through storms or coming earlier than expected.
Right.
Take a long lunch.
Yeah, like take a long lunch, come early, which would throw our day into a skedaddle. But we'll deal with it if we've got to.
Absolutely. I know you will.
Well, Mama Pray's a quite organised person, so I imagine she's already worked out
Oh no,
every
Mamo Pray is
scenario.
not an organized. Would you call yourself an organized person? No, she
No.
would not. The one thing she really regrets is that she's not good at organizing. If she was, so much of her life would be best. Yeah, she has a tail.
A little one, can I tell it?
I believe you can. I think they'd be happy to hear it. I'll say yes on Captain's behalf.
Yes.
Is he there?
Yes, he said yes.
Hi, good morning, all. I can't hear you because he's got an earbud in, but that's okay. This is a story about how unorganized I am. I really pretty much have control and know what I'm going to do in my life for different things. But I remember when Bird was a baby, and I don't even know if Diana was born yet. Sis O'Prey, sorry. But I had a fairly large closet, large for New York. And it was in a spare room, and I had boxes and spare items, I think the Christmas decorations, whatever. Anyway, I decided I'm going to clean out the closet. Well, this was in the morning. When Dad O'Prey got home, early afternoon, because he worked overnight, I was standing in front of the closet with everything on the ground, and I put back less than half the items, and I couldn't fit anything else back in the closet. I was standing there crying. That's how unorganized I am. I cannot I took it out of the closet. Why could I only fit half of it back in? And I got rid of a couple of things. That's how unorganized. But I will put something somewhere. And 10 years later, Bert will ask me for it. I'll go right to the spot and pull it out. Not that it's in any order. It's not. But that I can do. But organize things? No way. Anyway, that's my short tale. I'll let you guys go back to your whatever you do. Have a good day.
Okay.
Okay. I couldn't hear things. Don't work.
No, they were being silenced.
Oh, good.
They couldn't hear you. Couldn't hear them anyway.
Yes, thank you, Mama Bray. That was very
Thank you.
Thank you. Now.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Have a good one.
you too.
Could you just pass a message on to Mama
Yes, I
Bray,
can pass a
please?
message on, Yvette.
Talking as a physicist here, I would say that cupboard had an interdimensional portal, and obviously this is why more came out, and then the portal shut, and obviously she could only get half back in because the rest of it didn't go through the portal.
So Yvette, talking as a physicist,
Yeah.
says that obviously the closet had an interdimensional portal in it.
Oh, of course,
And
that
that's
was it.
why you could fit more in. More came out than you could fit back in.
Oh, thank you, Yvette. Now I understand.
Or
I
it was
mean,
just larger on
40
the inside.
years that I was upset about this. Thank you.
They do pop
Okay.
up occasionally. So
On that note, I'm going to go try to find some portals in our closets here.
I think Acme sells them. Those
Yes,
black holes that you just
the
stick
black holes,
shoes in.
yes.
Oh, they also sell the wall stretchers
Yes.
and the buckets of steam.
Yes.
Yeah.
The buckets of steam.
I could really go for a bucket of steam.
Oh, there's my mom's old boss. He used to send new employees out to buy wall stretchers and buckets of steam. And it was more cruel because these new employees didn't have that greater grasp of the English language. So he would send them to the stores of other people he'd know. So they know coming in looking for a bucket of steam who he worked for. And they would come back and say, well, we don't have buckets of steam. We've only got, bushels of steam. Does that work? And then so the guy will come back. If they don't have buckets, they only have bushels. And back and forth like this.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I actually knew someone that used to send his new employees out for rubber hammers.
Rubber hammers. Well, we have a rubber mallet.
Yeah.
Every house needs a rubber mallet.
No, rubber hammers, not
Okay,
mallets.
rubber hammer. Okay.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, my dad did the same thing to new employees when he worked at the gravel pit. He'd send them to the other pits to get the sky hook.
Hmm.
We used to
Or-
send newbies to go get the keys to the Humvees. The joke being there are no keys in the Humvee.
No, it's just a push button.
Yep. No. First, you got to hit that switch and make sure those damn glow lights come on first. Turn it once, make sure the glow lights come on, and then turn it on.
You don't have to wait for glow lights.
No.
You don't have to, but it never did work out too well if we didn't.
Or else they also send them
I'm
to the
sorry you heard that.
left-handed crescent wrench.
BA 1100 November with an ST ring.
Jesus, that blinking eye's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Good old blinking one eye.
Blinking eye.
A blinking eye.
I don't know what this blinking. People talk about it.
Squinty McGee.
So I've never heard of Thought Bubble Convention, but I guess they've been around for a while, and I guess they need a safe space from Frank Miller. I can't. There's no explanation on what's the deal with Frank Miller other than they're saying no, he's not going to be there. We're trying to create a safe space. We've let you down. I'm like, does anybody even know what the fuck this is all about?
I don't even know who Frank Miller is. I'm sorry to be so ignorant.
He's a comic book. He's a comic book writer.
Okay.
He's the guy who did. He's the guy who wrote Batman Year One, The Dark Knight Returns. Two arguably of the best of the comics of Batman.
And yes, I agree. Rather a blinking eye, better a blinking eye than a bleeding eye.
Yeah, that's an English say, bleeding, not bleeding. Bleeding.
I know, bleeding. That's what I said.
Yeah, but yes, I know. You know. It's a bleeding, blinking eye. A bleeding, blinking eye. Roll it together.
Ow. Yitza is certainly imaginative. I'll give him that.
Go after me, Lucky Charms.
I don't think Yitza cares about that. He might be. Wonder what he would make in Lucky Charms.
He already knows what Rice Krispie sound meant.
Do we know that?
Yep.
I'm sorry. What about Rice Krispies? But did I miss something?
JP's just said something.
Yitzy. Oh, snap.
Yitzy. Oh, really? No. He's in Belgium.
Yes, I know that was a joke. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There, see? He knows them. He knows about Rice Krispies.
Yeah. Snap, crackle, and pop. Except they don't do that like they used to.
No, they don't.
Because they took all the nice E numbers away.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't had them in years, so. Click, 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 click.
Now I want Rice Krispies.
No, you don't.
Well, see if
I
they have
haven't
them.
got any. I haven't got any.
Well, you're going shopping tomorrow. Maybe you'll.
Yes, I'm gonna have to buy a box of Rice Krispies now.
No, get Rice Krispie squares. That's a lot better.
Why?
Because they're better.
Why?
Are they either
I said
blended with
no.
chocolate or marshmallow or something?
Yeah, marshmallow is the glue to keep it together.
Oh, you're talking Rice Krispie treats.
No,
Yeah.
that's Rice Krispie squares. Because they
Nah,
come
I'd
in a
rather have them
square.
just in a bowl with milk.
No. See, if they're with marshmallow, it's a Rice Krispie treat. I don't care what the name is on the box. If it involves marshmallows and Rice Krispies, it's Rice Krispie treats.
No.
And homemade is usually best. Well, always best.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you can always add extra marshmallow in it.
I do like marshmallow, but not Rice Krispies with marshmallow. Not so sure. I'd have to try one before I say otherwise, but it's not something I've actually thought. Oh, I really fancy Rice Krispies covered in marshmallow. No, never come to mind. Milk,
You
definitely.
added sugar to Rice Krispie? To Rice Krispies. If you're talking the cereal, okay, I guess
Cereal,
you're
yeah.
talking about the Rice Krispie treats. Would be like, what?
Well, we used to.
Perfect.
It's like cornflakes. You could buy Frosties instead, which actually were coated in sugar, so you didn't have to add sugar.
Right.
But cornflakes, you have to add sugar, otherwise it's like just chewing on cardboard.
Or
Rice
cornflakes.
Krispies used to do the same thing.
Cornflakes.
They were called ricicles. Same people made them ricicles, but I never see ricicles anymore. Just Rice Krispies.
Cornflakes, you take some jelly and a spoon and plop a big thing of strawberry jelly in the middle of it, and then you add your water.
You're putting
What?
jelly on it,
Yes, instead of sugar.
but it's a wobbly. Oh, hang on, wait, sorry. You're talking about Jello,
No. Jam.
no?
Jelly.
Okay, and ew.
Preserves.
Yes. Okay, but still ew.
Not ew. It's better. You get real fruit on there.
You're one of these people that pours like ketchup on peas to stick them together to eat quicker, aren't you?
Ketchup on peas is gross. Butter on peas is the only way you eat it.
Okay.
With carrots.
Psh, carrots are raw by themselves.
No, peas and carrots. Great.
No.
Especially with butter.
We each have our own food preferences, which is good.
Some are wrong.
Definitely. Yes, I'm happiest with a sprout in front of me. Definitely. Only when it's cold, though. I don't like vegetables in hot weather. I like salads in hot weather. Cheese and coffee. Oh, ketchup on pizza. Yeah, no, both those sound disgusting. But I
Yes.
do know someone that actually puts ketchup on peas because they can't be asked to chase them around the plate. So they use the ketchup, put all the peas into the ketchup so they can just lift them all up in one. I mean, it's sound logic as long as you like ketchup with your peas.
No, it's not. You
Well,
get a spoon, and that's how you eat your peas.
One always escapes. That's just peas. They're designed to run away from you.
No, that's smart. Then you just put them in a bowl, and then slurp it straight out of the bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but most people eat off of plates.
True. This is so true.
Yeah.
Most people do eat off of plates.
Yeah, I eat off a plate and a bowl, depending what else goes into the bowl.
True.
Salad goes in the bowl. Some vegetables go in the bowl. I had a friend that I refused to go to restaurants with because he would, after it's done eating his meal, he would actually lift the plate and lick it clean. Like never again did I ever go to a restaurant with him.
No. Good to see people appreciating their food, but that just takes it to another level of insanity. Especially in public.
Yeah, goddamn pig. Like, didn't your parents teach you manners?
Oh, let's see here.
You were muted, Captain Fact.
Huh?
I said you were muted.
I didn't realize I was, and that's why I came back on. Okay, Eric Saunders. Peas are good in mashed potatoes, like
Yeah.
shepherd's pie.
Now that's another good way of keeping the peas together. Stick it in mashed potato. Excellent.
Now, Eric, are you talking actual shepherd's pie, or are you talking cottage pie, which everyone in America called shepherd's pie, because they don't know the fucking difference?
There isn't one.
Bullshit.
There is.
Bullshit.
So it's in the name. It's not difficult. Shepherds look after sheep. So it's a lamb mince. Cottage pie is beef mince.
Yes.
Not if you have beef and lamb.
Okay. Two things. I don't know anyone who normally mixes beef and ham or
Lamb.
Lamb. Excuse me.
I did multiple times.
You're weird, JPs.
Did that for making shepherd pie. Did that for meatballs. It's yummy.
Then you had a cottage shepherd pie. I don't know what the fuck to call it.
JP pie.
Yeah, JP's pie. You get to name it as you invented it, because I don't know anyone else that has ever done it.
And my favorite is taking mashed potatoes and adding Italian dressing to it.
Okay. Why?
Because it gives you that nice little zing from Italian salad dressing.
Okay.
Can't say I do that. Now, granted, I do something weird to my family. I put salt on my ice cream.
That just makes it stay colder longer.
And Eric says, my mom used to make it with ground beef, so I guess cottage pie. See, we will teach people the proper terms eventually. Event. Of course, NB will always get it wrong. You know,
Absolutely.
we accept his flaws
As
as
I
anyone else.
just think shepherds look after sheep. That's
Correct.
how I remember it.
I don't know of any.
But
I don't know of any shepherds that looked after cattle. So yeah, no. Needless to say, I do know people that are like, oh, that's shepherd's pie. Really? Yeah, go for it. Whatever you want to call it.
essentially the dishes are the same. It's just the difference of meats.
Yes.
Hence, few names for them. But
Now, what kind of ground beef, or I should say, what percentage of ground beef?
I hope you're not asking me. You do know I can't cook.
Well, if I'm doing something like, if I'm doing hamburgers, I'll get like maybe an 87, or I might even be, but usually I try to find 90-10 or 93-7.
I have no idea what that means.
Percentage of fat.
Oh, I think the highest percentage of fat you get 5% here.
Give me my regular ground beef. I'm happy.
Usually here, 80-20, 85-15, 90-10. Usually 93-7 is about the biggest, is about the most I've ever seen.
Here it's just regular lean or extra lean.
Yeah, lean or almost zero. You need some fat
Yeah.
in it. Definitely.
I think the regular is 70-30 here.
But to be honest, I wouldn't even attempt to cook one of those, you know. It would just be so insulting serving that to my mother.
Well, 80-20 is great. 80-20 and 85-15 can be good for making hamburgers. But trying to do it for things like spaghetti or something like that, it's usually too greasy. There's too much grease in it.
Okay, that's why you
Drain it.
drain it. You don't
Or
make
I just buy the 90-10 like I always do, and I don't have to worry about draining.
because
Okay.
it's so not difficult to drain.
You can't make taco meat without a fatty regular ground beef because you need to be able to put the spices in there, and some of the fat basically helps coat the beef.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you have dry taco meat. What the hell is that?
Having never eaten a taco, I wouldn't know.
Wait a minute. You never had tacos?
Yeah, she said that the other day, and I'm like, ah! How can you go through life without eating a taco?
Well, you don't have Taco Bell here. I've never even seen a taco on a menu ever anywhere in England. I was trying to think the other day after I said it. The only thing I've ever seen is in a supermarket, Old El Paso, which is like a Mexican company.
Mm-hmm.
They do these like kits for wraps or
Yes,
they do a taco.
You don't have Taco Bell? Is that what you said?
that's correct.
I'm
No
going to move
Taco
to
Bell.
England and open up a Taco Bell. I'm going to become rich.
Okay, time out here. That
We
Well,
haven't
next
got
time
an
you-
Arby's and we haven't got Wendy's.
You're not missing anything without an Arby's.
Yes, you
But
are. Oh, yes, you are.
Wendy's, yeah. Listen, there's only so many burger places you need. I would put Wendy's up there as one of the better ones, but
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I know you've got McDonald's. I know you've got Burger King. You don't need Wendy's,
Yes, you do for chicken
but you
sandwiches.
do need Taco Bell.
Taco Bell
They're
and
going to
Arby's.
win
Yes.
after all, they're going to win the franchise wars. Although
Well,
in England, they actually changed it to Pizza Hut, right?
yeah,
In
unfortunately,
Demolition Man, because you guys didn't know what the hell Taco Bell was. I guess that doesn't bode well for Taco Bell winning.
You see, I'm no fan of Pizza Hut, and I'm no fan of Domino's either. They're the two
Nobody
main
really
ones.
is.
No.
I
It's
like
just
Domino's.
Pizza Hut used to be good, didn't it? No.
It's just when you have no other pizza places to choose from, you've got Domino's or you've got Pizza Hut.
Yeah, they don't do very well in Blackpool because there's at least 5,000 places to eat here, and I'm the place where I get my chicken kebab from, that I absolutely love occasionally, also make the greatest pizzas. So
I
Okay,
don't
that-
know what you were talking about, Aravic, on the Taco Bell. It's the authentic taco.
What the hell is that? So, next time you're grocery shopping, buy one of those, the old El Paso taco kits, and a pound of ground beef.
no, don't like ground beef.
Okay,
Don't
what
do
kind of
that.
meat?
Okay,
You
beef.
think I could do it with steak slices? I can
Yeah.
do that.
That'll work. And get yourself some iceberg lettuce, salsa, and
What sort of salsa?
the salsa goes on the
Mexican.
taco.
Blend of cheeses,
Yeah,
shredded
The
cheese.
best kind of
sour
best
cream.
kind of pizzas are
green
cooked in a
onions.
brick oven.
This sounds
And-
too complicated.
Good
It's
morning,
not.
Richie Poole. Oh no, you know how to make a salad, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jay,
you just add a little beef. You put it in a wrap. You got it all together.
Or you just put it on the salad.
But I thought tacos were crunchy, hard things.
They can also be soft.
Well, I've had soft things like that.
And
But
you
they're
just
not
buy
called
the
tacos. They're called wraps.
Yes, but
Yeah.
but see
Yeah.
the wrap, if it's not wrapped and just folded in half, is a taco.
There we go. I didn't know that. That's weird. Not just the folded wrap then. Because
yeah, my
over
son
here,
is
the
my son
tacos
prefers
are.
soft tacos.
Now I love flatbreads, wraps, pittas, naan breads, chapatis. I love all that. So I'm always happy to eat flatbread. But the word taco here denotes to a crunchy half-shaped moon thing, like a
That's
giant
generally
tortilla.
what it is here too, but there
Right.
are soft tacos as well.
Ah,
But they're usually called soft tacos.
Or
Yes.
even a burrito. You could have a burrito. It's the same thing.
burrito.
Burrito's
Okay.
generally bigger than a soft taco.
Yeah, but it's basically the same ingredients. Or you can have chicken in it.
Okay. You
You also have a chicken taco.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but here, most Mexican or whatever Tex-Mex restaurants that offer tacos offer the exact same ingredients as a taco, a burrito, a quesadilla, and a bowl. You just choose what you want it as.
Ah, there we go. Arabic saying
Also, Yvette, the
Like
wife
you
wants to
tried.
know. The wife wants to know if you tried celery and peanut butter yet.
no, and I'm not gonna.
Yes, she is. She's going shopping tomorrow.
you still haven't yet?
No, she still hasn't yet. And she said she's not going to.
Now, do you like, Yvette, do you like creamy peanut butter or crunchy?
If I've got to eat peanut butter, it's soft. Don't like the lump things in it.
Good. Then get some creamy peanut butter and some celery. And then,
I don't like celery.
you won't taste the celery. You'll taste the peanut butter.
Then what's the point? Why not just get a spoon of peanut butter and eat that?
Nothing wrong with that either.
Because celery is a 0-calorie food.
But you're
And-
putting peanut butter on it. So I may as well just have the peanut butter. You're not going to win on this one.
Well, let's
I
see here. I've got.
I will ask Mom if she wants some celery because she actually likes celery. If she wants some celery, I will buy it. I'm not buying it for the sake of just to have one bite of it and go, ew. So if she wants celery, I will get some.
Good to know. By the way, how is your mom?
She's great. Yeah, she's actually gave me she writes down a little list of things she fancies. I've got to get a smooth pate. I've got to get some cheddar and some brie and some water biscuits and some tomato chutney, which she's having a cheese night tomorrow night, obviously. By the sounds of it. So it all sounds good.
Celery. Not salary, you Slovakian whatever.
Now be happy to have a salary. Definitely. Not so sure about putting peanut butter on it, but I suppose I could lick it off. But yeah,
Oh, God.
what can I not just one day not say something?
It's a good thing that LDG is not allowed to use your clips, but oh my God.
He's still fast asleep, or he should be, because he was up late, like you were.
I was not
Indeed
late.
he was.
Thank you.
Everyone was up late.
I was not up late because I fell asleep early. Because I took the medicine and then I got up. I got back on the computer. I was working on whatever, that image, because Itsu wanted the color correction, which honestly, the colors that he picked work better. I just did something real quick, and he gave me the correct color codes. So.
And then you jumped on, and people were trying to get me arrested this morning. And I made notes,
I was not one of them.
No, you weren't. Yes, LDG's one was probably more dangerous.
LDG
MI6
is weird.
I said MI5, but it would be MI6 knocking at my door with that one. Yeah. Rotten lot.
All right. For those who don't know, please explain the difference between the MI5 and the MI6.
One's a highway and one's a...
MI5 is Homeland Security. MI6 is Foreign Security.
Thank you.
And MI7.
Doesn't exist as far
At
as
least
you're
that's what
aware.
they tell you of. But we know what they do.
Did
Yep.
you just hear what I said? Doesn't exist as far as you are aware.
I'm aware of it.
They
so.
are much like the Men in Black. So
No, that's MIA.
no, I thought they're MI 9.5.
No, MI 9 3/4. That's the Hogwarts section.
MI9 are the time police.
Lord.
MI10 keep the timeline sacred.
No, that's just the TVA.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
The
Really?
National Ballistics Intelligence Service that deals with Britain's illegal firearms intelligence and analysts. They have 40 people. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do not believe the number.
I'm just looking at it. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, Joseph, you haven't reached that age yet where you do pee on your nuts. You'll get there.
Grandpa, what was that? MI6 or MI5 you were reading?
Oh, I wasn't reading those. I was looking at the NBIS because they do illegal firearms intelligence analysts, and I said 40 people. I mean, if all they're doing is the analysis part, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Michael T.
And good morning, Michael T. Who says I'm getting a script idea? Oh, Lord.
Hello, Michael.
Sounds interesting.
If I'm in it,
update the browser. I'll be right back.
Go for it.
Michael, I want my, to be in the thank you notes. All right. That's all I ask.
Absolutely. And she'd like a free copy. Signed, of course.
Well, of course, yes. Lots of kisses as well. I don't want the bog standard signature.
Oh, yeah. God, no. No. A real signature, yeah.
None of this lithograph bullshit.
I mean, because I've seen some, it looks like an ape could have signed it. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah. It's always an epileptic spider having a fit with a pen. My doctor's signature.
Let's see here. MI5, Homeland. MI6, International. MI7, Solar System. MI8, Galactic. MI9, Temporal.
Yeah, I'm liking the sound of this, Michael. If you need a science advisor, I am available. You know what makes me laugh a lot? No one ever asks, what's MI4, 3, 2, and 1?
Well, I know one's for the Commonwealth, so.
I'd actually have to look them up. I off the top of my head, not a clue. But it always starts with MI5 and always goes up.
Is that like that Bill Cosby movie?
No.
Can't remember what it was called, but there was a number at the end and there was nothing before it. Or was that Eddie Murphy?
Not ringing in any bells, JP. Sorry.
Let's see here. Found something. We've all heard of MI5, MI6. What happened to MI1, 2, 3, and 4?
Hmm.
Let's see now. Of course, they have to make this bloody fucking small. Okay. Okay, MI1, Director of Military Intelligence, also cryptography.
All right.
MI2, responsible for Russia and Scandinavia.
Ooh.
MI3, responsible for Germany and Eastern Europe.
Righty ho.
MI4, responsible for the hell, aerial reconnaissance.
Uh-uh.
So I'm guessing MI4 is going to be having a lot of drones.
Mm. So we know who to contact. MI3 is the one for Ma. Yeah. Good to know. If we have any problems with him.
Of course. Let's see here now. No. I find it funny. MI7 is conspicuously not there.
Sing.
Let's see. Okay. MI8 is interception and interpretation of communications.
Yeah. It's otherwise known as Big Brother, MI.
Yes. MI9, clandestine operations and escape and evacuation.
Mm.
Yes, it goes all the way up to let's see here. MI19. Wow, interesting. Never knew that.
Well, they're departments, government departments. It's just
Yes,
MI5 and MI6 are made famous by Bond mainly.
correct.
So. But yeah. I don't know how old your document is you're looking at because MI1's right, definitely.
That was
Military
yeah.
and maps. Military and maps. I think. Military and maps.
It's several
Yeah.
years old. It's not like it's
Yeah. I would do some research, but I really can't be asked.
no.
It wouldn't take me 5 minutes. If I was on my computer, I could read them off very quickly to you, but I'm not. I'm on my phone.
Would you stop it?
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah. When you stop it,
Yeah.
That sounds like too much of a complaint. Like as in, will you stop it?
No. My phone.
No. No.
No Pepsi for you.
Oh dear.
Phone's being a bitch.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa, I meant to ask you, did you end up buying Ecto One or the Batmobile?
No, I'm going up there tomorrow, most likely.
Oh,
Tomorrow I'll
sorry.
get paid. No. Yeah, tomorrow I get paid. Tomorrow's payday, so I will probably, and tomorrow's Friday, so I will probably make a trip up there, see if they have them. I might just go
Cool.
ahead and call. I might just call ahead and ask them if they'll hold
Put
on
one.
to it before I get there.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
But I think I'm going. I think right now I'm going with Ecto 1.
Oh yes, I remember that key hack.
Yes, and which one is in charge of Death Star lasers in Doctor Who?
Yeah, that's the one that's missing.
Yeah, that would be the missing one. Yep, sure. Why not? We'll just go with that.
This is this a current thing? This just
Well,
happened.
Captain,
Yes, ma'am.
it's lunchtime
Yes,
again. I don't,
of course.
it flies by, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for having me, as always. Grandpa, I look forward to hearing what purchases you buy. JP, great to have you on. Obviously, not on a Monday. It's always good that you can come on sometimes that isn't a Monday. And Daddy, I hope your
Take
day goes
care.
well with everything going on. And I hope the storm's not too bad.
Thank
And
you.
much love to everyone in the chat. I will be listening till you send me all to sleep.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, I've been off for the last 3 days.
Cool.
No, it means back to work tomorrow.
Well, that isn't good, but yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Did you at least get to relax some?
Well, this is definitely a story I didn't expect to see pop up. U.S. seizes epic Gilgamesh tablet from Hobby Lobby. Apparently, Hobby Lobby back in 2014 bought the tablet at an auction for like 1.6 million.
And of course, the U.S. wants to steal it, so yeah.
No, they've already taken it back. No, they've already confiscated it.
Like I said, they stole it.
Mm-hmm. They stole it. It's like I'm seeing everybody else saying, well, maybe they should have known the seventh commandment. I'm like, they didn't steal it. They purchased it from an auction. Somebody else, that thing's been tossed around a lot over time.
Exactly. And if you're purchasing something that you believe is legally available to be purchased, and the U.S. government steals it, I have a problem with that.
And you know they're not going to give them back you know they're not going to be able to recoup that money.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
of course not.
A complaint was filed in May of 2020. Prosecutor said the 5x6 tablet is the property of the Iraq government and should be returned.
Well,
Why? They lost.
I say if they want it, they buy it back.
In April of 2003, an unnamed antiques dealer purchased a rare tablet and a number of other items from a dealer in London.
Spoils the war.
And yes, Arabic. Bad boy. Alexa. Just getting to bed. Or, of course, I could say, Alexa, play Doctor Who trailer. See what she says. Because I know for Deej it works.
So actually, Hobby Lobby is suing the person who sold them the tablet, saying that them and the previous owners had covered up the truth. There actually is a point here where there was they had falsified its being a legit buy.
Yep.
So you can't really get mad at Hobby Lobby for getting, swindled. Shit happens.
I would say if Hobby Lobby bought it at an auction house, they are responsible. But I don't think that the U.S. government necessarily had the right to step in without some, well, unless the Iraqi government or one of its offices contacted them. I don't think it's the U.S. government's right to interfere.
Well, according to this, they had the museum that Hobby Lobby bought it specifically to display in. I guess after the Hobby Lobby, because they filed a lawsuit last year, which I'm going to assume was 2020. Once they found out, this might be illegal, and they actually Hobby Lobby, whoever did, worked with Homeland Security and actually worked with the embassy in Iraq, telling them, "Hey, we do have it, but we need to go through the process to make sure, a proper process and everything." And I mean, people are just blasting. I mean, it's a typical thing. Nobody's actually reading the fucking article. They're just reading the headline, and they have a preconceived bias against Hobby Lobby. So,
Let's see here. Event says, Captain, you just launched Amazon Prime, Doctor Who, only smart TV. Oh, well. At least you'll enjoy it. Oh. But at least I know if I talk louder, I can be heard by your, by your Alexa. And let's see. God, Gilgamesh and Picard at Hobby Lobby with a false spell. Ah. Okay, Alexa, who's the best Doctor Who?
I told my wife I thought Siri was spying on us. She laughed. I laughed. Siri laughed.
Yes, but did Alexa laugh too?
Yeah. That was funny when I heard it 7 years ago.
I know. Let's see here. Hee that worked. You can't trigger her now. Well, yes, at least your Kinjack Ben, at least yours isn't woke like Yvette's. Her Alexa is woke and racist. Oh, it's
Now
scary.
Siri got my question wrong. Asked her how many Indiana Jones movies there were, and she had the audacity to tell me there are 4. So Siri's obviously defective.
Well, ask her how many Star Wars movies there are.
Oh shit.
One.
Hey Siri, how many Star Wars movies are there?
Here are movies matching Star Wars. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay,
Star
we're gonna
Wars
stop you right
Violence.
there. I'm gonna stop you right there for saying that first.
Yeah, good God. First was Star Wars. That was correct.
Yes.
That was
Then
the
the
only
Rise
one.
of Skywalker? The hell no.
Let's try this one. Hey Siri, how many Terminator movies are there?
All of them.
Here are 6 Terminator movies: The Terminator, Terminator Genesis,
6.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Knockout, and No Peace.
What?
I have no fucking clue.
She's broken.
Knockout and nope. I don't know what that was. No, Siri, there are only 2 Terminator movies.
No.
Unless you like 3, which my wife does. I don't.
And it says, wow, serious shit.
Oh, well, let's try this one for you, Beth. Hey Siri, how many actors have played Doctor Who?
Which one? I found 3 Doctor Who. Doctor Who and the Daleks. Invasion.
You only found 3 Doctor Who. Well, you're an idiot.
Isn't Siri the Apple product?
I wouldn't touch Siri. Because I don't want any
All right,
smart
Ken Jack, I'll
devices.
try it that way. Hey Siri, how many people have played Doctor Who?
Which one? I found 3
Yep,
Doctor
tried it again.
Siri is completely stupid.
I need to ask Consuela.
No, we need more lemon pledge.
But Siri is the worst voice assistant between Siri, Google, and Alexa. With Google being the best because Alexa gives you usually purchase tips, which Google does not make.
Isn't there one with Windows?
Alexa, yeah.
No. Microsoft has one too. Can't remember what its name is. Keep thinking it's Consuela. I think it starts with a C.
Oh, Cortana.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't like Cortana. That bitch can fuck off.
Apparently Siri can't give me an answer on her thoughts on Alexa.
Cortana is worse than Siri. Ooh, my God.
I have never used Cortana at all, except for like the first couple of times, and I was like, this sucks.
I don't know why anyone would use Cortana. That would be like using
Internet Explorer.
I'm fine. I shut her off Cortana as soon as I can.
oh god, yes. That's the first action to take. So what is the plan for today, Bird? If any.
To run away, run away.
Help, I'm being repressed.
Honestly, I have no idea. So pray what time she's coming. Still all up in the air. I will try to stream at my normal time, 4 p.m. ish.
Was it another Call of Duty stream
Probably
day?
an open panel or game stream again. Something to that effect, which would be normal for a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna play Call of Duty and we're gonna fail again?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Don't get me wrong, that was fun.
We got to get better. I mean, it
of
takes
course.
practice to get better. So,
And communication too.
yeah. It's hard when only 2 members of the team can actually communicate with each other.
Yeah. And I kept becoming the team leader for some reason. You don't want me leading.
No, I don't want people. I don't mind being team leader, but I do prefer not to drive in the game. This way I can look at chat or something while we're moving. But
Yeah.
because there's really not a hell of a lot of opportunity to shoot people when you're moving at full speed. But if there is a chance to kill, I will shoot. But we're rarely, in my experience, I've rarely been in any position to shoot anybody while driving.
And I'm like afraid to throw grenades in this game because I'm gonna like kill my teammate.
Honestly, I don't worry so much about killing you. Well, you can't shoot your teammate. So
There's no team killing on?
there's no team killing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about that. If you see somebody, you shoot. If it's your teammate, it's fine. It just goes right through them. So don't worry about that. Yeah.
I come from when first-person shooters, there was full-on team killing.
Yeah, I would have thought team killing would have been on too, but on this game it's not. So that actually makes it a bit easier.
Like I used to play War of the Tanks heavy and hardcore, and there was times I would get friggin' banned for weeks because some idiot drove in front of me just as I was shooting.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen here.
Hey, Cap. This
Yep.
is something my wife showed me, and I thought you may regret showing me this, honey.
And there it goes.
Yeah, my wife may end up regretting showing me this. She saw that thing on a video, on somebody's video, and came and saw me, and she's like, "Yeah, this is you." I said, Yep.
Let's see here now.
I'm just trying to tell everybody that they're number one.
Absolutely. They're number one. Yeah, you're number one. Go to hell. You're number one.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, that's. So let's see here. This
Well, yeah, so that because I'd have to roll the window down. And I'm just lazy.
stay through the night. Oh Lord, getting Jack Ben. No.
Wow. What a rip off.
Yeah, seems like the kind of guys that would be over the moon with the toy that Bart Simpson had. Let everyone go to hell whenever he pushes the button. Well, yeah, that would be nice. No, not always, because it gets cold or it gets too hot. And there it says, "All right, need my third cup of coffee." Okay, I get the hint. I get the hint.
Listen to me very carefully because I'm only going to say this once. Coffee. Black.
Coffee. Black. While I've got your attention, there are...
Coffee first. Well, this mentor would like another cup of coffee. I'm just gonna have to give up coffee. Want some coffee?
If I'm not mistaken, that's your third cup this morning.
Fourth, and on a day like today, it won't be my last. Coffee. The finest organic suspension ever devised. Commander, set a new course. There's coffee in that nebula.
There, Eric. I hope you enjoyed that.
Actually, that was interesting. I was just heating up my coffee.
And I'm going to actually need to get some coffee in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and play that for Eric. Just, yeah. And a few times I drive my car. Wonder how we ever survived on those driving vacations we did as a kid. Can't sit in a non-air conditioned car for 3 minutes these days. This is true. And if they ever do a Star Trek theme park, there should be a coffee shop called a Coffee Nebula. Well, that's true. That's true. But maybe it should be reversed, Nebula Coffee. But, you know, who knows? If anyone would like to join the panel, please feel free. Link is pinned at the top. Anyone is welcome to join. What's going on, JPs?
I'm looking at cars.
What kind of cars?
Used ones for sale. Anything that's cheap.
Okay. Define cheap.
Under 10 grand. Very little money down. I found a place that has in-house financing, and basically it's like all the cars they have are almost between 200,000 and 300,000 kilometers, and they want way too much for them. So it just makes you want to cry.
I can't say this doesn't surprise me here. Netflix is basically going about saying that they are going to require any production company, film-based employees that work through them, they are required to all be vaccinated. It looks like Google and somebody else are about to go that same route. Can't say I didn't see this shit coming.
And get ready for the lawsuits.
Yep. Well, they know they can't federally mandate it. They know they can't state mandate it per se. So they're probably sitting and say, hey, big tech, yo, buddies, come over here. Listen, we can't do this, but you guys can go ahead and mandate it. We'll just not say much.
And I'll bet you anything that they are getting a special tax break by doing this.
Oh, I'm sure there's an incentive to it. Oh, by the way, you got your free shit yet?
Not one fucking thing. Yes, I've gotten both my shots, which I think is utter bullshit. Because number one, it's untested. I don't care what Google or whatever, whoever says. No. Yeah, a tested vaccine takes years of trials. This went through in a year. Yeah, so that ain't gonna happen. And hello, Jack Showroom. And you're probably right, Mar. Let's see here now. Barely. And my meds have been increased. And we've got Darren and his fan.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
No big deal. No. It's okay. I just need a smart ass.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, I can turn it off for a little while. So, they put you on more medication or more of the same medication?
Stronger dose of the same.
Gotcha. I hope it works.
And so far it has been, but good God. Yeah, I'm probably going to need more caffeine. Yeah.
Has anyone picked up a quarter lately? Like the coin, American coin, the quarter.
Not recently. Why?
Oh, I've got some here, and they feel
Lighter.
thinner and not as big in diameter as I remember.
It's a fake.
No, they're all like that though. Got these from the bank. Wouldn't surprise me that they're making them out of different, that are lesser metals now.
Oh yeah.
Keep costs down.
Yeah, my question is, how are the coin machines going to read these?
Yeah. I've heard that, now what they have is a little computer inside the vending machines that like takes an image of the coin as it's tumbling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it identifies whether you stuck a proper coin in it or not. It couldn't possibly be done by weight because this quarter is just not as heavy as ones they had 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Problem,
well,
yeah.
This is why. Excuse me, just a moment. One of the reasons why they're looking to lower the cost of the larger coins like quarter, because there's absolutely no way to lower the cost of the 2-cent penny.
Mm-hmm.
So
get rid of it.
I agree. It's time we get rid of the penny.
Yeah.
The nickel's iffy, but I think that could be reworked.
Got rid of the penny years ago here.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there are probably more Canadian pennies in circulation in the States than there are in Canada.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, yeah, they're no longer in circulation in Canada.
So everybody has to change their prices now. They can't have like something at $2.99 anymore. You've got to keep it in whole numbers.
Either that or,
but then you still have
$2.95.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you still have taxes, but then a lot of people aren't using cash anymore. They're using debit cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the overall usage of cash is changed quite a bit.
And if someone buys something with cash, I usually just, if it's like, let's say it comes out to $2.92, I'm like, give me $2.90.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with the penny is it costs a lot more than a penny to make a penny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even in bulk. Australia, I think, got rid of those years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But then I've got this 1 ounce silver coin from Samoa, and that is a coin. Let me tell you. In Samoa, they have talas, T-A-L-A. 1 tala is worth about 40 cents. So this coin is supposed to be worth 2 tala. But I can tell you that this coin weighs a heck of a lot more than 3 of our quarters would.
Yeah.
Speaking of silver, the price of silver is dropping again, which means it's a buying opportunity if you want. Although you can also wait and see if it drops even more.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Back in 1992, silver was $3.95 an ounce. Now it's $25 an ounce, right in there. Which corresponds pretty well. I mean, makes sense to me.
Oh, yeah. Now, I do support going to a flat tax, but let's get rid of things that are not cost effective. Pennies are definitely not cost effective.
Right.
Nickels cost 6 cents, but I think that can be reworked. They can fix that. I don't think there's any possible way of fixing a penny where it costs under a penny.
Yeah. Other countries, they of course will take their coin they'll take a quarter and they'll drill a hole in the middle and put like a piece of cellophane in there or a piece of plastic. It's kind of strange how they have some other and they call that an anti-counterfeiting measure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
anti-counterfeiting measure, like they can't.
Yeah.
What, do they get a specially sized drill that no?
They're supposed to be very, very, very subtle, very, very fine details in the coin that counterfeiters in China and such just can't replicate. They have a problem with that with silver bars. There's a whole bunch of counterfeit Scottsdale silver bars out there, that 1 ounce silver bars that have Scottsdale has this very complicated, very precise pattern on the back of their bars for anti-counterfeiting, and there's other details that you can use, but it's of course you could also just use it, weigh it, because other metals weigh different, at different densities and ounces than silver does, but yeah.
Well, that's the point. You're actually buying real gold and silver, not just a virtual.
Well, he's saying the idea that you buy it, but it doesn't come to you in the mail or anything. It's stored somewhere else. So you don't really know. The whole point of buying gold and silver is to physically have the gold and silver in your possession. And what he's talking about are these other things, which I would not do. I hesitate to call them a scam, but this idea that you're going to buy all this and it's going to be kept in a vault somewhere for you in your
Bullshit.
name. Yeah. I'm sorry. No. The whole point is to have it, to be able to hold it and examine it and fondle it. So
anytime I bought gold or silver, mostly silver, I go to a place and I have it directly sent to me. I don't trust the whole, we'll ship it to this place, here's your receipt. I'm like, I might as well be trusting the bank. Right.
If you buy it from a reputable dealer like AppMex or but like the mint itself, that's pretty good. But mean Uncle Leroy's gold and silver is probably not the best choice.
Well, actually, you named the exact place I buy my precious metals from, Apex.
Yeah, AppMex is pretty good.
Yeah, I still have a.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, my account's still good. Eventually, I am going to start investing in precious metals again.
Yeah.
I usually try to buy the 1 ounces. I've got some half and quarter ounces.
When it comes to silver, I don't see a point in going lower than 1 ounce. In terms of your overall unit. The thing I don't get is this all of a sudden this fascination with junk silver. I don't get it. I mean, why would you spend your money on that when you can get 3 nines fine? But
okay.
What's that?
you're obviously more informed.
Oh.
What is junk silver?
Junk silver is 90% silver. It was used in American coins up until about 1962. So when you find like a silver quarter, that's an example of junk silver.
Okay.
It's definitely got some value beyond the worth of the coin, but and what's interesting is that the amount of silver in the coin, size and everything, was in direct proportion to what it was supposed to be. So, for example, when you have a roll of silver dimes, if you wouldn't go by weight, you'd go by a different measurement when you buy them. And so if you go to AppMex and you go to junk silver, they'll sell these. The iconography they use is a great big sack of coins, like a change bag from a that a vending machine person might have, full of these things. And I don't know, I just 90% silver is okay. It's still silver. I mean, you've got a lot of copper in there too, but if you're interested in just the metal, there's better ways of buying silver. I don't think junk silver is a very good investment, but some people really like it. So
right.
Can't you just
sterling,
buy the junk silver and refine it to sterling?
Well, that takes more money than probably you would. I mean, sterling is actually another version of an alloy. It's not sterling silver isn't pure.
It's closer than the junk would be.
Yeah, by about 2.5%. Sterling silver is about 92.5% silver by weight, and the junk silver is 90. But I mean, when you get sterling silver, it's mixed with copper, zinc, a bunch of other stuff, and it's all designed because that was silver that was meant to be used, like for silverware and goblets and things like that.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it's worthless, but unless you plan on actually using it, I don't know. I wouldn't bother. It's just that's personal preference on my part, I guess.
There's a guy that I watch on YouTube. I think he's in New Zealand, and he does like a bunch of smelting of stuff at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you can do it, sure. I mean, melting down a sterling silver fork and trying to separate the metals can be tricky, but I mean, there's a process there, and eventually you could probably do it. But yeah,
he does it with scrap copper and stuff like that. He makes ingots.
Yeah.
Looks like the price of the American silver dollar eagle has gone up, or the 1 ounce American silver eagle has gone up in value.
Well, the premium has gone up. The spot price is dropping, and there's some of the premiums that they're charging for now are pretty insane. But
some of the other ones, it looks like, if I'm looking at some of the other ones I bought from the same company. Looks like some of the silver I bought a few years ago has gone up, as far as price wise here. Now, I'm not saying I could sell it at that price,
right?
Obviously, but looks like it's gone up, maybe it's gone up like $3 per coin, which is decent. If it goes up, maybe it ever goes up like $10 or $15 a coin, then maybe I would cash in a little bit of it.
Yeah, the silver is not really something that's going to make you rich, particularly overnight. It's a way of sort of freezing your wealth rather than increasing it.
Yeah.
The other thing is that silver, in particular, is on the lower end of precious metals, but it has so many industrial uses in addition that kind of help it keep its value stable. But yeah.
Oh. Gold looks like it's dropped in value.
Well, last time I looked, it was 1,800. Right now it's.
Didn't that for a while? Wasn't it up to like 22, 23?
Not since I've been checking, but it might have been. I know that platinum and palladium are higher. Well, actually, platinum has dropped below gold now, I think, but palladium is still higher.
That could explain all the Cadillac converter thefts.
Yep.
Goddamn hobos.
What is platinum going for right now? Actually, platinum is going for $1,200, going for a little over $1,200 an ounce. That's a bit of a I think that's a big drop from the last time I looked. And yeah, granted, I know it's been a couple of years since I purchased any.
Yeah.
Just that just seems rather low than what I remember.
Yeah. My information says platinum is at $1,085.96 an ounce.
Oh, that's probably and then of course, I'm just looking at, you're probably looking at something, I'm just looking at what they're charging.
Okay. Yeah, these are spot prices that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
not premium. But it's.
Where do you check yours at? Where do you check those spot prices at?
You can. I belong to a forum called the Silver Forum, and they've got a direct feed to. They got a little widget at the top of their screen where they get their information from. Where do they get it from here? Hold on.
Well, one of the reasons why some preppers buy precious metals is because, unlike paper money, you can actually still use the silver gold stuff as bargaining items or bartering.
Oh yeah.
That you can have. Yeah, because they can take the metal. I think I was answering something Yitza had there earlier. He'd asked about this. It can be used for many different things. I mean, they can use it as bartering. Somebody else, if they get enough of it, might metal down and use it for something else.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you go to a gun show, many gun shows now are and dealers are accepting bullion. You want to buy a $200 rifle. You can hand him a 10-ounce bar of silver and he'll give you $50 back. It's like, so it's kind of interesting. Some people are going in the whole crypto direction. Other people are going in backwards in time to the older methods. But no, I like silver because of its over gold, because obviously you can get more of it for your money, although that may change eventually when I start trying to convert gold or silver into gold. Right. Obviously, if you've got since gold is worth about 57 times the the amount that silver is, if you've got 100 ounces of silver and you want to convert it over to gold, you're going to have a much smaller piece, which is easier to carry around, things like that. But no, I like silver because it's got the mythology to it. It kills monsters. It kills monsters. Werewolves, vampires, things like that. It's associated with purity. It's got all that other stuff, and yeah, it tarnishes, but that's actually, some people actually like that. Once it develops a patina over it's, tarnish isn't like rust. Rust goes all the way through the metal, so right. If you have a steel bar, it gets it gets rusty. Eventually that bar is going to disintegrate. Whereas with tarnish, it's something that only occurs on the very surface of the of the metal, and actually protects the metal from further corrosion. It locks it in basically. So I've got a couple of coins, and I've decided to kind of stop with the coins, just focus on bars for the near future. But I sometimes, if there's an option to get them antiqued, which is where they're deliberately tarnished to get that patina on them, I take them. It's nice having the really shiny proof-like ones, but then you got to keep them in capsules, and make sure and because eventually, if you play with them long enough and keep them out long enough, the sulfur in the air will tarnish it. But if you get them with already the patina already on them, then you don't have to worry about it. It's kind of a trade-off there. But gold doesn't tarnish, so I mean, some people like gold. I can't afford gold, so
I take a gold ingot to the gun show and be like, I'll take a tank, an 88, and 5 pallets of ammo.
Yeah.
I get my ammo from a bulk store. I just order it online. There's this bulk store I can get, thousands of rounds relatively inexpensive because I buy them in bulk.
Yeah.
So do you? So you said you're looking at possibly bars. Are you going to go with 1 ounce, 5, 10?
I
maybe a little
don't
bit of each?
see. Yeah, I don't see going any higher than a 10-ounce bar in terms of like anything heavier than that or bigger than that. You're starting to get into a weight problem. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm the kind of guy I'd rather have, 10 10-ounce bars than one huge 100-ounce bar.
I agree.
Just-
I can understand that.
Yeah, just because it's easier to spend, and I mean, it's something kind of cool, obviously, though, I will admit, about having something larger, a kilo. The thing is, a lot of people like Europeans, especially, like their kilo bars, which is about 32 ounces of silver, basically, in a kilo. I don't like it because I don't like that measurement. You know me, I prefer freedom units, but
Incorrect units.
yeah, incorrect units, American units, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I stick to ounces, but
Yes, but the ingot can be used for self-defense.
yeah, so can a brick. But
I like it when you can. I like it when you. I like being able to buy them in a pack of 20, just because then they'll send it to me in the case.
Right. Yeah.
They'll automatically send it to me in a case like this.
Yeah.
Is that wax?
No, it's plastic.
It looked like wax.
Let's see it again. I didn't have you up there, geek.
What did you ask?
Oh, I didn't see it. Yeah. Okay. They send your coins in a case like that tube. Yeah.
Yes. If I buy 20 of them, if you buy about 20 of them at a time, they'll send them in the 20-pack case. Otherwise, when I get them, if I don't get 20, I'll get them in little individual things, which was fine for a while. But I did buy a few packs of these just so I could start putting them in there. It made space in the safes a lot easier.
Yeah, I do like the individual capsules though for some coins because especially if you don't want to pick them up, you can actually examine them through the plastics pretty well. You don't have to pull them out and touch them.
That is true. You're right.
Yeah, but I mean if you just for straight storing and if you know what you've got, the tubes are nice too. Yeah.
But it's amazing how freaking heavy 20 ounces feels.
Okay, I'm going for a sleepy time.
Okay, you take care, JPs.
I'll see you guys later.
See you later. And of course, Mr. Picky Pants is in the chat.
You got MB Geek all the way up here.
Oh, that's.
Oh. Ah, yes. That's the Silver Eagle. Yeah. Is that the version 1 or version 2 from this year?
Oh, this is 2011.
Oh, 2011. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, these are 2011s.
Yeah, apparently they redesigned. I didn't see LD's message up there.
Well, at least this says here's 2011. I don't have any of the 20. I don't have any.
Waking up to Darren talking silver not recommended. Oh, okay, gotcha.
And you sleep well, Kid Jackman. And thank you again for the pumpkins.
LD, how's your head, sunshine? How's your head? Yeah, apparently this year the American Mint put out a version of the Silver Eagle and then changed the design midway through the year.
Oh, really?
And so there's a second design that came out, and some people like it, some people don't. Apparently, I don't know. I don't do Silver Eagles. I don't like I say, I don't do very many coins. They have to be really special.
Right.
To me, for me, I don't do like Marvel superhero silver coins or anything like that, or silver, bars that way. But if it's got some sort of faith-based,
Karogan silver coin.
yeah.
By the
Oh,
bottom.
my God.
Krogan silver is nickel, I think, isn't it? No.
That would be
You
that would
see
be
me on a coin rescuing an orphan in one hand and petting Sassy at the other.
That would definitely be junk silver.
I was gonna say junk silver.
No.
Our silver is 0.1% infused with gold.
Yeah, it's better than the Turistani culture. They just take their own shit and form it into ice cubes, chill it, Or and then their change is pubes. How much is that in pubes?
When I was buying my silver, I did some Silver Eagles. I did get some silver that had Canadian logos on it and stuff. I kind of went with a few different ones, but none of the what would you call them, the like you were saying. I don't do the MCU thing or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, faddish stuff. I mean, if I'm gonna just, to me, it's better if you just want an ounce of silver to get around, or a 1 ounce silver bar, with the Mint's logo on it or something. It's because you're eventually you got to pay Marvel somewhere on, or Disney, I guess now, so long, around to have the right to put the Hulk on the coin or the bar or whatever. So it's like, no, I'm just interested in the metal. I'm not interested in, in a collector currency kind of deal, or a collector's item in that regard. So
I'm sorry, that has no, real monetary value.
No, bullion. How do I say it?
To have Marvel is not going to make it valuable.
It's not going to make it more valuable to an average Joe unless there's some kind of rarity involved. But then, at the end of the day, it's still like a 1 ounce of silver, So, if society collapses, the value won't be in the fact that it has the Hulk in it. That's the extra value that a society will place on the item. Without that society, it's just a 1 ounce bar of silver, and it's about as useful as any 1 ounce bar of silver could be. So, yeah.
My point was that you're not going to get any more for a Hulk 1 ounce bar of silver than you are a non-Marvel product.
Right. Yeah, unless you run into a collector, who is trying to get a full set, or just likes all things Marvel or whatnot. And those folks are pretty rare in the, there's coin shops and there's comic book shops. Seldom are they the same place,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when they, Alexandra, it's like, I do actually remember when they made the starships with pewter. Very, very long time ago, I remember, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, I remember they had a Star Trek chess set by the Franklin Mint that was all pewter pieces.
Yep.
And I think it had, obviously it had Kirk and Company on one side, and I think they had Klingons on the other. And I don't remember if it was TOS. I think they had TOS Starfleet officers on one side, but then they used movie era Klingons and ships on the other side. So yeah, that was neat. I mean, Franklin Mint had some neat stuff, and of course, what they would do is they'd milk the pants off of you by having it be a subscription model. This is back in the 80s, where they'd send you one piece of the chess set every other month or every 3 months or something. Well, it'd take you 20 years to get the whole thing, or you could just buy it all at once for $2,000 or whatever it was, which was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
So, it kind of reminds me of what they're doing now with Eagle Moss, with having these like full-size, huge enterprise models, but they send you one piece at a time. yes, you save money, but you got to wait. And what happens if the company goes under before you get the thing, get all the pieces? But yeah.
Which I'm
Yeah, I
sorry,
don't
this
do the. Oh,
day
sorry,
and
Jeff.
age is quite feasible. They'd be out of business before
Oh, yeah.
everything's out.
Yeah. I mean, who'd have thought that, back in, for example, when I was growing up in the 80s, that Toys R Us would be out of business, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Sears. Yeah, Blockbuster. Well, we didn't have a Blockbuster yet, but I mean, yeah. All these things that were staples, businesses that were staples, just
Sears, Montgomery Ward,
Montgomery Ward. Remember that? Yeah.
Kmart.
Yeah, Kmart's completely gone nationwide too, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, we had a regional one called Shopco that recently gone too, and I'm pretty sure Walmart put them out of business. Both of those people, those stores.
Dude, even Martha Stewart couldn't save Sears.
Yeah. Well, Sears, in the last 15, 20 years of its life, made more money off of the interest on their Sears card than they did off of selling things in the store.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Dave
think about
Ramsey
this,
loved.
though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Darian, think about this. If you want to technically go about it, Sears was the first online shopping people did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The old Sears catalog.
Yep. Sears, according to Dave Ramsey, sold debt, but they were a store that sold debt, but they had stuff out front. I remember, in a act of desperation, I had to buy a pair of shoes, and I went into a Sears and bought the Sears, and I went and bought the shoes at Sears, and when I got home 10 minutes later, my email box on my computer was inundated with Sears offers for their cards. It was just, I'm like, oh yeah, I could have gone to a mom and pop shoe place and not had to deal with that, but
Is Foot Locker even around anymore?
Foot Locker, let's find out.
Good morning, the Bosco scenario.
I mean, with all the looting that takes place at Foot Locker, it wouldn't surprise me if it's gone, but nope, they're still around. Now, the one that I want to know of is Athlete's Foot, because I can't believe they lasted as long as they did when their shop is named after a foot disease. That's like having a bread store and calling it the yeast infection.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still around too. See, Foot Locker is based out of New York. The Athlete's Foot is based out of Atlanta, or headquartered, I should say. So interesting. There might be some following there. Then you got Build-A-Bear, right? Outside my store, right across the way in the mall where my store is, there's a Build-A-Bear, and that's an interesting model there. It kind of reminds me of a Ray Bradbury. I think it was a Ray Bradbury story called the Electric Grant. I Sing the Body Electric, where this family goes to a factory and they're able to pick all the components, and they have a robot grandmother that comes to their house and takes care of them and stuff. And they get to check, get to pick the eyes and the hair and the height and all that kind of stuff. And so here you've got this place where you're able to make a teddy bear to your specifications.
Oh shit, man! Here's one for you I haven't thought of in a long time. Tower Records.
Oh, all record stores. I mean, my goodness. Yeah, we had so many in this country.
Circuit City. Yep, they're gone.
Yeah. Well, Tower Records actually still exists as an online music store. That's interesting. Tower Records is still around just as an online retailer. No, there was Camelot. There was in my area there was Musicland and Sam Goody, owned by the same company.
Sam Goody's gone too, buddy.
Yep, Suncoast Studios which sold primarily VHS and then later DVDs. Was all owned by the same company, Musicland, Sam Goody, Suncoast, and they at one point my local mall here had all three of them in there, and now they have nothing. The only place where you can buy music in the mall is Barnes and Noble. They got a little music section, mostly vinyl.
Yeah, this one broke my heart, man, when Borders closed. Oh, it's been my favorite place to go in the mall was Borders.
Yeah. Didn't they merge with Barnes and Noble, though? I thought one bought the other.
They might have. I'm not sure. I didn't keep. When I lived in California, I lived in a town called Lincoln. I just drive over to the big town of Roseville, and usually go to the mall there go on Douglas Street and go to the mall and usually park at the Borders and go in the Borders first. It was usually the first place we went was the bookstore before we even.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just went into the Borders and then never went to anywhere else in the mall.
Right. I mean, the mall that I have is not a large mall, but it has, of course, as all malls do, multiple entrances. And I remember the big entrance that everybody liked to go to was, when it first opened, was the one that had the McDonald's right there. You didn't have to go through the McDonald's. It was an entrance to the mall, but immediately to your right was a mall McDonald's. But now everybody pretty much goes to the mall through the Barnes and Noble. And when Barnes and Noble came in there, they built an addition onto the mall, and they had some franchise demands. They had to have a completely separate power and plumbing grid, so that and a way for them to remain open after mall hours. So Barnes and Noble became the face of Valley View Mall. So a lot of people come and go through the mall through the Barnes and Noble because it's basically the only anchor store there. And it's not technically an anchor store. The mall's lost all of our anchor stores. Sears, JCPenney, Dayton's, Macy's, they all pulled out.
There's a couple of malls in Columbia, South Carolina. We went to the one that had the only bookstore.
Mm.
This was it was a Barnes and Noble bookstore, and that's fine. We went in. There's very little parking, very little people in the parking lot. Kind of strange. Go inside, go through the Barnes and Noble, open the door to go from the Barnes and Noble to the rest of the mall. Looked like something out of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
There's like nothing.
Right.
I mean, it was creepy as hell.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when you're a teenager, could you imagine the mall not still being the primary hangout? I mean, people used to just go to the mall. They didn't. You might have $10 in your pocket, but you'd walk around the mall. Maybe you'd get something to drink somewhere, and then you'd see friends. And if you went on a date, you'd go to the movie, right? Either you'd go to the mall and hang out, maybe get something to eat. And the idea was to be seen there with your date. Of course, that was part of that. But now teenagers don't go to malls unless they're robbing them.
Well, I remember. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I remember buddies of mine. We'd go see a movie, then we'd leave the movie. Family member drop us off, and we'd get there at like noon. It's like, all right, I'll see you at 5. Go walk around a little bit, go catch a movie, and then go play some video games.
Mm-hmm, exactly. I mean, and the kind of stores that were in my mall. I mean, when that mall opened, I remember when it opened in 1981, and they had such a variety of stores in there. They had a cutlery place that sold Swiss Army knives and swords and all kinds of stuff. They had Fannie Farmer chocolates. They had, a place that sold every kind of candle you could, and it wasn't like a Yankee candle. It was like you could get candles in the shapes of castles and they almost look like D&D, play sets, things like that. And, dirty card stores.
Yeah, Darian, I remember people who used to buy candles like that. And of course, they didn't buy the candle to use it. They bought the candle as a decoration.
Right. They were never going to light it because they didn't want to melt that shit. One place that sold trolls, little like sculptures of trolls that looked really lifelike and ugly and had beady eyes and big noses and things like that. They also had, of course, all the little the 80s plastic trolls with the fuzzy hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those on the pencils and things like that. And gradually, it all went away. And now, basically, when you go to that mall now, it's mostly clothing stores and a lot of vacancies, and a food court. But yeah, it's you
Oh
can.
God, those food courts have gone downhill so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this too. When it used to be, you go on a date back in the 80s to the mall. Maybe you'd eat at the mall,
Mhm.
go to the movie, and then go hang out and walk around afterwards.
Mhm.
Nowadays, it's like, yeah, who wants to take their date to the mall?
Right. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. I know. I talked to some young kids that say, "Why don't you hang out at the mall?" And they're like, "There's nothing to do at the mall." And I'm like, "Well, there's a food court." And he goes, "You mean a cafeteria?" That's how they look at it. They look at it's cafeteria quality dining, not in relation to the food, but how you eat it. You get your tray, and then you go find a seat. It's like they're at school, and I can kind of see what they're talking about, but it just didn't bother us back then because we weren't in school. You know what I mean? It was um, I remember feeling the same way about Old Country Buffet when we had one of those places here.
I love that place.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's great, and half the fun was watching the other people that came in there to eat. But yeah, Spencer Gifts, the dirty card store. Problem with that, of course, is now feminists would walk in there. That's sexist, and shut that shit down. We don't have a sense of humor anymore. At least a sizable portion of the country doesn't have a sense of humor anymore. So you can't have that kind of fun anymore. I mean, Hot Topic was also there for a while, and they're shutting down. Not enough emo kids anymore.
Yeah, the Hot Topic we have a Hot Topic and a Spencer's nearby here in Terre Haute, in our Terre Haute mall. Spencer's is still pretty much Spencer's. Hot Topic has gone downhill. I mean, this has got to be the smallest Hot Topic I've ever been in, and their selection is just not. It's like there's nothing new to select from. I go in there and I'm like, you guys have nothing new. This is basically. And then I asked a question about something. They're like, oh yeah, you can order that online. I'm like, then what's the fucking point of me coming to your damn store?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also that Hot Topic proliferated at a time in the 90s when you had a lot of edgy music. It was the grunge period. It was, the era of Trent Reznor and then of course it kind of continued into the O's with the new metal, Evanescence and all that shit. But I think now that we're getting into a much weaker, financially weaker music industry, there's not as much money to be made. I mean, where do you go when you want to watch a music video? You go to YouTube now, on demand. Whereas before, obviously, where 80s kids watch their music videos. Usually it was MTV, and before MTV really took off and was available in all markets, a lot of cable channels had their own little hour-long music video program where they would just play, music videos like Night Flight on USA Network and things like that until finally, MTV took over.
All about that.
Yeah, and I remember I think NBC had Friday night videos, music videos or something. It was on real late at night. But now, I mean, you don't even buy albums anymore, really. I mean, you buy singles. You can be a hit. Yeah, go ahead.
Remember back in the day, you'd be like, well, at least it'd be like, why are all the people hanging out at my house? Or somebody would say that in the house. It's like, you're the one who has cable.
Right. Oh yeah. When you're a teenager growing up in MTV and you had a party at your house, you
Yep.
put MTV on. That was what was playing the whole time.
Yep.
And so,
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you were doing some kind of other event thing where,
Right. Exactly.
people would have Super Bowl parties. This was back in the day when
A
they
lot
were
of times
actually worth watching.
Yeah, you didn't need to get out. I mean, a lot of people back then even had their TV hooked up to their stereo. So when they played MTV, it was, it was basically a radio station with pictures.
Yeah.
And, and that's what they would do. They
Oh
wait
God, I
until
remember the old stereo instructions.
But now if you want to do that, you just create a YouTube playlist and hope that all the videos are still there.
Yeah. Because, over time the video would be deleted or blocked or blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we did, and this was in the 90s, for us, but we would get together at my buddy's house, do like a 3-4 hour RPG session with smoke breaks in between. And prior to that, we'd end up going up to this. We had this mom and pop store called Dave's Movies and More. We'd sometimes go there instead of Blockbuster, because what we do is they had this thing: 5 movies, 5 days, $5. So, there's 5 of us. We'd each go pick a movie. We'd all go pick one movie, and then we'd spend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday kind of doing RPG pen and paper, and then pop a movie in at night and drink some soda and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that was back when you could actually go to a mall and, well, hell, there were places that they had early hours for like mall walkers and late hours for, like they would have every other store in the mall closed except, of course, the cinema. And that way you wouldn't necessarily have to park at a cinema entrance in order to get in to see a movie. And good morning, Dandelion Fluff.
There was such an innocence back to that time.
Oh, there was still evil shit going on, but we didn't know about a lot of it.
Oh, no.
I mean, think about what Bill Cosby was doing in the 80s, for example. Nobody knew.
Yeah, nobody.
Hey, we didn't know.
Right?
We didn't know.
Right.
He was America's favorite dad. He was America's dad, for God's sakes. We didn't know.
Yeah, and we made the mistake of us, assuming that the character on TV and in other shows that he was in was him, and because only a really good guy could play a character that good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he fooled everybody.
Or be the pudding pop guy. Or do that
Diet Coke.
That one show, that morning show he used to do.
Fat Albert. Yeah.
No, not Fat Albert. Wasn't there another one where he was like doing he would like draw pictures and stuff?
Picture pages. Yeah, that was a segment on Captain Kangaroo, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, picture pages. Come and watch Bill Cosby do another picture page with you. Yeah, that was the yeah. Yeah, just then it makes you wonder what about all this other stuff we didn't know about, But
remember picking up the TV Guide to see what was coming out that week? Get a little synopsis of your favorite shows?
My family never got the TV Guide. We thought about it, and then all of a sudden our cable provider put out that, what I think today is probably pretty awful, that scrolling channel that had told you what was coming up in the next like 4 hours on every cable channel.
Yeah,
And you had to
and
wait.
what happened half the damn time? You turn around and realize you just missed the channel you were trying to look at.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to wait
Exactly.
for the damn thing to scroll back over.
Yep, it wasn't interactive at all like it is now. But when my dad saw that, well, you don't have to get a TV guide. We got this, you know. And because he's the kind of guy who the TV guide was the TV guide. It was to find out what was on. It wasn't for the articles. That he didn't give a shit about any of that stuff. So the rest of the value of the magazine was totally lost on him. But my grandfather, for example, had TV Guide on my mom's side. Had TV Guide because he'd always had TV Guide. You know, it came every week.
Yeah, my family didn't actually get the TV Guide sent to them for some reason. My grandmother just preferred to pick it up at the store. She did not like subscriptions.
Probably because it's easy to forget. You know, and then you're spending money, you know.
Oh shit! Remember that, Darian? Those subscription things. Pick 10 of these for $1, and then you were caught in that subscription thing where it's like for discount price, we'll send you this.
Oh, yeah, the 10 records for a penny, and then later for me it was tapes, and of course I was a minor still, so. The idea was that, they would send me a newsletter and I had to reply to it in order to not be sent and charged their album of the month. Well, of course, I never got the newsletter, but I just kept getting the tapes until finally they stopped sending them to me because I wasn't paying them. And legally, there's nothing they could do about it because I'm a minor. They shouldn't be doing business with me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that was how that worked. I did get a lot of tapes out of that, though. I got a whole bunch of ZZ Top video stuff, and yeah.
Oh, something else I remember from that era. Most hard rock radio stations, no matter where it was around usually 5 o'clock. Mandatory Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica wasn't played in my market at all.
Really?
Yeah, well, not until 1992 when Enter Sandman came out. Then they got radio time, but that was, anything that came out before that. We didn't have any of those kind of stations. We had one top 40, Billboard top 40 type station. We had one oldie station which basically played the same 4 Beach Boys songs every hour. It was terrible, and then we had a Light FM, Dan Fogelberg and Chris, Christopher Cross, station, and then about 5 different country stations.
Yeah, we had 2 biggest ones I remember and I don't remember, one was in Florida. That was Jacksonville, Florida. That was Power 95, the Big Ape.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I moved up to Illinois, and there was another station called KC 95.
Mm-hmm.
They tended to, it seemed like the 95 area was where I generally find the hard rock channels.
Yeah.
Well, in Kansas City, you would have found Oldies 95.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't a big market, so the town I lived in was a suburb of a town that was about 37,000 people, so it wasn't very big, and so we missed out on a lot of things. For example, I used to see all these Toys R Us commercials on WGN out of Chicago. There was no Toys R Us within 3 hours of us. 3 hours driving. So, it was one of those stores I always heard about, but never actually saw one until I was probably in my mid-30s, and I didn't go in. Because I had no interest in that stuff, and
right.
We had a Jeffrey in the clothing, and it wasn't actually a full-blown Toys R Us. It was a Jeffrey store, and I didn't go in until like a year or two after it had been there, and then at that point it had changed to a full-blown Toys R Us because Jeffrey was an experiment. It was 50% toys, 50% kids' clothes. And then I'm like, oh, Jeffrey was a Toys R Us. Okay, that's why that giraffe looked familiar. Okay, gotcha. And I walked in and there was nothing but junk in there. Chintzy stuff. The toy quality, like the reissued Transformers are all made out of plastic, no die-cast metal or anything. I mean, it was just garbage in there. And of course, nothing collectible at all. I went in there and I bought a couple of rubber snakes because I have a coworker who is deathly afraid of snakes, and I wanted to play a prank on her. That's what I went in there for. Spent $2,
I remember going into Toys R Us the first time. I think I was about 8, 9 years old, and distinctly recalling my grandma saying, "This shit is too fucking expensive."
Yeah. Well, that's a default.
There we go.
That's a default setting on most adults when you're a kid. My dad, if you told him the price of something and he didn't agree with the price, two things would happen. He would repeat the price to you in a much higher tone of voice, and his shoulders would go up, almost like they're touching his ears. Like the price gave him a shudder down his spine. But what was weird was, years later, I went home and visited him, and he had to see, when he was, riding on his bike with his biker buddies, he discovered Jaeger bombs. And I go into his downstairs fridge, and it was like full of cans of Red Bull. I said, "Dad, if I'd have shown you a can of Red Bull when I was a kid, and you asked me how much that can of pop was, and I would have told you, you'd have done this." And I did the imitation of him where the voice gets high and the shoulders, and the difference is that he liked it. My dad didn't have a problem spending money. He didn't like spending money on something he didn't like or had no interest in.
Mm-hmm.
That was his real problem, But yeah. He was the kind of guy, and I'm not complaining because this is probably the way it should have been. But, I remember there was a swimming pool about 3 blocks away from my house. It was the one run by the school, by the school district. Swarthout pool. And you go there and you had to pay like $1.50 to use the pool, but you could use it all day. Right.
Right.
Or you could buy just a summer pass and show them, your pass. And I said, well, Dad, it might save money on if I just got a summer pass. Well, how much is a summer pass? $17.50, and he did his $17.50, with the shoulder thing. And he said, well, I'll get you that, but you got to go every single day. You're going to turn it into a job, right? Every single day, even if it's raining. I'm like, well,
all right. Darren?
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Darren, it's time for an oil change. Take a break. On that note, guys, what they tell you when you have a dream? Usually when you remember a dream, it's usually like 5 minutes before you wake up. Like that's the dream you usually remember, right?
Okay.
It usually happens the last few minutes before you wake up. Well, here's the proof. And I should say actually maybe the last 45 minutes because it was Darren. So I'm here having a wonderful dream. You ever have those, you go back to your childhood town or house or place you used to go to when you were a kid? And they're cool dreams. You wake up, you're like, oh, cool. Felt like I was there. It was awesome. Like holodeck shit. So last night, I went back to my Massachusetts. That was that one. That would sound the same when I listen to myself. All right. So I went back to Massachusetts where my first job, the neighborhood deli mart my father owned when I was 11. So we went back there and I was having fun walking around the old town. You had an arcade across the street and little basketball hoops and places I used to hang out around everybody knew me. I was the son of the owner of the only convenience store for blocks. And then what do you know? who comes in trying to pay for their meal in fucking silver and then gets upset when the cash register lady doesn't accept his money because he's trying to pay in 100-ounce bars of silver. And then having him sit there, he's like, well, it took years to get this tarnished, or this patinta the way it is. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Why couldn't you
patina,
dream about
whatever.
MB Geek? Why couldn't you dream about MB?
You're the one that was talking. You're the one that was talking. Because when I woke up to you talking about silver, like literally.
You're welcome.
And then there you are trying to exit the convenience store. And I don't know if this is because of you asked me to do that thing for your brother, but you were like Quark trying to carry a box of silver out of the store and like lugging it. And I'm just like, just leave it behind. Why are you carrying that around? It's like, it's the way you were. Just remind me of Quark trying to carry his latinum through the Jeffrey tube. And then I woke up just to hear Darren talking about weights of silver. So thank you for being in my dream once again.
So in other words, Darren has such an influence on you, he even comes in your dreams.
Dude, you've all come in my dreams. I think the only person who hasn't come in my dream is Bird.
Thank God.
None of us want to be in your dream.
What happens when you
Much less
go to
coming.
sleep? Exactly. Well, it's a lot of coming and going. But see what happens when you set it up so you guys are listened to when I wake up and go to bed. Sometimes you guys make it in my dreams. So
Maybe you
I
shouldn't
dreamed
leave
about
your computer on.
I don't. I have a laptop. My computer shuts off. You kidding me? Electric bill's too crazy.
Okay, so if your computer shut off, how are you
Yeah.
hearing me? How are you hearing us? If
Laptop.
your computer shut off.
Laptop.
A computer is a laptop.
No,
laptop
you
is a
said
computer.
your computer. When you say your computer, you're
is it not
Okay.
your laptop?
my
own-
computer?
Okay, your computer means any fucking computer you own.
No, it also could
Your
mean
laptop
my
is-
specific computer.
No,
The correct English should have been a computer.
you own the
A
fucking
computer,
laptop.
and
You-
your computer can be
you own-
mistaken.
The fucking laptop. Yes or no? You own the fucking laptop that you use.
I don't own anything. I possess
Oh, okay.
things. I don't own anything.
Fine.
I think he's a Native American.
Oh,
He doesn't know.
God,
anything.
he's an idiot.
He said it once. He dug himself a hole. Now he's doubling down. That's what's happening.
I'm doubling down, not being a hypocrite, which is hard to find here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll agree there.
Thank you. Y'all can say I got crazy ideas and shit, but none of you can ever say I went against them.
I've not known you that long, so yeah. But
You know me long enough.
so far, no. What the hell is that?
Sorry, I'm grinding.
Someone
pepper.
cracking
I
nuts.
guess no. It sounded like pepper grinder.
Yeah, I'm grinding
Oh.
pepper. Yeah, or I was. I'm done now.
The hell are you using pepper on? What are you making, a salad?
No, eating an egg.
What was that, MB?
I said, Deej brought it up. I wasn't going to mention it.
Morning, Deej. Clip that. Said we all come in his streams.
I was going to let it go.
I mean, I know what I was saying. It's just,
Good morning.
It can't be entertaining. Then what can I be? All right, Cap. What happened? You want me to stream? How you feeling, Cap? You doing okay today?
I am okay. But like I said, when you're ready, let me know.
I can be ready 10 minutes.
Cool. So, anyhow, let's see here. What's going on, Deej? What's going on? Not Ryan Johnson.
Hey, Cap. I got on a little earlier, so I stayed a little longer, but I'm going to, time for me to tap out, buddy.
Yep. Have a good one. Talk to you later.
Later.
And so what do you have on your egg besides pepper?
Salt. I grinded that too.
Cool.
And it's gone.
So, anything going on today, Darren?
Today I'm visiting an old friend at a Barnes and Noble, in fact, and
Cool.
and then I'm going to try to work on a video.
Well, that would be good to see once it's out. I'll be working on a couple of things myself, no videos. I need to talk to Yvette about a couple of things later, but okay. 10 minutes, so that's 4 hours. That's right. That's right. It's probably be ready in about 4 hours. So yeah. Okay. That Ryan Johnson. That's asking a fucking miracle. Let's see here now. And how much is enough? Not Ryan Johnson. DJ's trying to sleep in, but damn lightning hit outside the house. Hashtag blame Michael. Why not? No. Oh, thank you, Getza. Ow. Yes. Let me see here. When did let's go 10:13. There's yeah. I didn't keep a timestamp of when he said that, so I'll have to just go on that. So hopefully about 6 more minutes, and he'll actually have the stream set up. Or you can just go to whatever, YouTube, and see when he's live. on one of the 100 channels he has. Of course, it'd be nice if we'd stream on one main one. That way we could all figure out which one to go to. But no.
On my subscription feed, he dominates the first row whenever he streams.
Cool.
And let's see here now. And my current caffeine consumption rate, yeah, nothing. You need to increase it. Here. Oh well. Michael T, hit me up later. Right. That was all right. So supposedly it'd be about 3 minutes before Pickle starts, but you know.
Yep.
We'll see. And if you want to go on, go ahead, join his backstage. Most people have it. Or just watch for him on YouTube.
API is expired.
Hello, Jedi Bill. What's going on?
Howard the Duck turned 35 today, or this week. Interesting. Sorry.
No. That's an interesting factoid. And what's going on, Jedi Bill? All right, we got and just woke up. Well, how did you sleep? I hope you slept well. I'm sure Bird is sleeping well now. We haven't heard a peep out of him in a while. So, all right. So, anyhow, like I said, watch for LDG to start a stream. Thank you everyone for being in the chat. Always good to talk to you all. Thank you everyone who's been on the panel, especially Yvette. Going to miss not having you on tomorrow. And have a good day.